You've probably seen the headlines. The Navy SEAL sleep hack. A legendary technique created by the military that supposedly helps soldiers fall asleep in under 2 minutes, even in a war zone. It's been praised by everyone as the key to mastering your sleep. But here's the thing. The popular 2-minute method isn't actually from the Navy SEALs. The real story is even more interesting. So for the past 7 days, I put my body and brain on the line to find out the truth. In this video, I'm going to show you what this hack actually is, what a week of trying it really does to you, and whether or not it lives up to the hype. Section 1. The problem and the legend. It's 2 a.m. You're staring at the ceiling, knowing you need to be sharp tomorrow, but your brain is running a marathon. It's replaying that awkward conversation from 3 days ago, scrolling through your to-do list, and calculating the exact minutes of sleep you're losing. The more you chase sleep, the faster it runs away. We've all been there. And in a world obsessed with performance, sleep feels like the final frontier. This is where the legend comes in. The story goes that during World War II, the US military needed a way for its pilots to fall asleep anytime, anywhere. Sleep deprivation was causing them to make critical, life-threatening mistakes in the cockpit, so something had to change. So, they developed a method. It was a relaxation technique so effective it was detailed in the 1981 book, Relax and Win, Championship Performance. The claim: after 6 weeks of daily practice, it had a reported 96% success rate among pilots. A 96% chance of falling asleep in under 2 minutes. When I heard that, I knew I had to test it for myself. Section 2. The how-to. The 2-minute drill. So what is this mythical technique? It's not about expensive gadgets. It's a systematic process of shutting down your body. Think of it as a guided body scan. If you're going to try this with me, this is the most important part of the video. Let's break it down. First, get into a comfortable sleep position. For this, lying on your back often works best. Close your eyes and start taking slow, deep breaths. Step 1. Relax your face. This is where most of us hold a ton of hidden tension. Consciously relax your forehead. Smooth it out. Let the muscles around your eyes go completely limp. Relax your cheeks, your mouth, and your jaw. Finally, relax your tongue. Let everything go slack. Step 2. Drop your shoulders and arms. Let your shoulders fall as low as they can, releasing every last bit of tension. Feel them sink into the mattress. Then, go one arm at a time. Relax your bicep, then your forearm, then your hand, right down to your fingertips. Some people imagine a warm, heavy feeling flowing down their arms. Step 3. Exhale and relax your chest. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just let your chest collapse. Let go of all the air and all the tension that goes with it. Step 4. Relax your legs. Start with one thigh and feel that large muscle go completely limp. Let that feeling travel down into your calf, your ankle, and your foot. Picture your leg becoming dead weight. Now, do the same thing with your other leg. Step 5. Clear your mind. Now this is, without a doubt, the hardest part. Your body is still, but you have to keep your brain from ruining the peace. The method offers 2 main visualizations. Option 1. Picture yourself lying in a canoe on a perfectly calm lake, with nothing but a clear blue sky above you. Option 2. Imagine yourself nestled in a black velvet hammock in a pitch-black room. Hold one of those images for at least 10 seconds. If your mind wanders, and it will, just repeat the words, don't think, don't think, don't think to yourself for 10 seconds, and then gently return to your quiet image. And that's the whole drill. If done correctly, you should drift off to sleep right after. Section 3. The experiment. My 7-day journey. Now for the part you've been waiting for. Does it actually work? I tried this for 7 nights, and here's the unfiltered truth. Day 1 and 2. The struggle is real. My first night was a joke. I just felt silly. Instead of relaxing, I was just mentally checking boxes. Okay, is my forehead relaxed? How about now? Is my jaw clenched? It felt like trying to meditate while someone was grading my performance. It took me more than 40 minutes to finally fall asleep. Day 2 wasn't much better. I really tried to commit to the canoe visualization, but my brain had other ideas. What if this thing flips? Are there alligators in here? Did I bring sunscreen? Total failure. I switched to the don't think mantra, which helped a bit, but it still felt forced. I clocked in at around 30 minutes to sleep. Better, but definitely not a win. Day 3 and 4. A glimmer of hope. By day 3, something started to change. My body began to recognize the routine. The physical relaxation part got much faster. I wasn't consciously ordering my bicep to relax anymore. I was just letting it happen. That night, my partner started to snore, and instead of getting irritated, I just focused on my breathing. The next thing I knew, I was asleep. I didn't time it, but it felt fast. Day 4 was similar. The body scan was becoming second nature. The real challenge was still my mind, but I noticed something important. Even if I wasn't asleep in 2 minutes, the time I spent doing the technique made me incredibly calm. The anxiety about not sleeping was just gone. Day 5 and 6. The breakthrough. Day 5 was it. The breakthrough. I was exhausted from a long day, got into bed, and ran through the steps. The next thing I remember is my alarm going off. I had zero memory of drifting off. It was like a light switch had been flipped. I felt incredible. On day 6, I was actually excited to try it again. I did the body scan, felt that heavy, warm sensation, and just let my mind go blank. I was out in what felt like less than 10 minutes. No twitching, no wandering thoughts. Just a quiet descent into sleep. Day 7. The final verdict. On the final night, I approached it differently. It wasn't a technique to master anymore, but an act of surrender. I was giving my body permission to shut down, not forcing it. I fell asleep quickly. Maybe not in exactly 2 minutes, but probably under 5. And I realized something crucial. Section 4. The truth, beyond the hype. So, after a full week, here's the real story. The military sleep method works. But it is not a magic trick you can pull out on night 1. That 96% success rate came after 6 weeks of practice, and for good reason. This isn't a hack. It's a skill. The real power here isn't just the 2-minute timeline. It's about training your body to shift from a state of stress to a state of rest. This method works by activating your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and digest mode, which is the biological opposite of the fight or flight response that keeps us awake and staring at the ceiling. The deep breathing and progressive muscle relaxation are scientifically backed ways to do exactly that. This technique makes you stop trying to fall asleep and instead focus on the process of relaxation. When you do that, sleep becomes the natural byproduct, not the goal. Most people who fail with this give up after a couple of nights because they expect a miracle. But the pilots who mastered this did it every single day until it was automatic. And just to be clear, this is a totally different thing from the actual Navy SEAL sleep technique you might see online, which is a specific napping posture where you elevate your legs. That's a great method for a quick power nap, but the progressive relaxation technique is designed for a full night's rest. Now, I want to turn it over to you. I challenge you to try this technique for 7 nights in a row. Be patient with it. Treat it like learning any new skill. Then come back to this video and drop a comment below. Let me know how it went. Did it work? What day did it finally click for you? Conclusion. So, is the legendary military sleep method the real deal? Yes, it is. But the hack isn't that you'll magically fall asleep in 2 minutes tonight. The hack is that this is a free, simple, and powerful way to train and reclaim control over your body's relaxation response. It teaches you that you don't have to be at the mercy of your racing thoughts at night. You can actively guide your body into a state of calm. It takes practice, and it takes patience, but for the promise of a clear mind and a rested body, it is absolutely worth the effort. Thanks for joining me on this experiment. If you found this useful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to BioOptimize Lab. Now go get some sleep.